Hey, how y'all doing today? This is Andrew, uh, broadcasting. I'm out here today doing a canvas campaign for Dave Wolkins. Dave Wolkins is running for state representative of Indiana. I am proudly campaigning for him by dropping off flyers and paraphernalia, political paraphernalia for him. He stands for quite a bit. I'm just going to read some of his platform off for you. He's voted to end Common Core. Common Core is the educational standard in most of the states. Why he's trying to end that is because Common Core basically is something that doesn't allow. It's an educational standard, testing standard, and learning standard that all of our children are supposed to be. Groomed by and educated by and with. The educational system of Common Core has been said to sort of like No Child Left Behind, where everybody is basically treated and educated in the same way. The problem with that is that there are certain students that may be more advanced than other students, which will it affects the way that those students, the students that are more advanced, it affects their learning due to the fact that if they have to go by the same curriculum that everybody else has to go by, then they get bored. And when they get bored, those students begin to drift because they already have an active mind anyway. So they begin to drift, and then they're not interested in school anymore. And not only that, it doesn't give them an opportunity to advance and push their intellectual level to the to whatever extent they would like to the limit, and we need students like that. We need students who are able to, if their mind and their intellect is at an advanced level, we need them to evolve faster, and we need them to learn faster, and we need them to grow faster. Why would you take a child that is advanced and is showing potential in being able to take their intellectual capacities to the next level or to a higher level? Why would you make them sit there and go through something or go through an educational system or a curriculum that's not on their level, that they've already surpassed? It kind of would make that child bored, and it would stunt their growth. And one thing that we don't want to do is stunt their growth. There are other countries out there, China being one of them, where their children go to school all year round, and they invest a lot of money into the education of their children because they see their children as being the next generation of leaders and creators and inventors. So they take pride in the education of their children. They want them to advance because the more advanced your children are, the more advanced your next generation will be, because those children will turn out to be your politicians, leaders. I would say leaders, not politicians, but turn out to be your workers, your inventors, your creators, and individuals who are very valuable to society. So that's what he's against. He's against the stunting of the growth of certain students who may be able to advance faster than others. So that's Common Core. Yeah, that's basically a nutshell in it. There's more to it, but just Google Common Core. He's voted to eliminate restrictive government commissions. That could go either way. I won't get off into explaining what commissions are, but voted to end abortion. Everybody knows what abortion is. If you don't know what abortion is, it's it's a medical procedure that is specifically geared towards terminating a woman's pregnancy before the child reaches a certain term. in its development of pregnancy. That is, yeah, he's not for that. So that's that on that. And then another part of it, he's voted against state expansion of the EPA. The Environmental Protection Agency has certain regulations and stipulations on what you can do environmentally wise. And there is a lot of talk about what they are trying to expand as far as their policy is concerned. They're making room for wildlife, and which is okay. I am no proponent of eliminating wildlife, because you could just explain it in a small simple terms that without any wildlife, without any trees, without any grass, no human beings. Right? Okay. So we know that there needs to be wildlife, but the way that they are expanding some of their policies is that wildlife takes precedence over human life, and I don't think that. I think that it needs to be a balance. There has been, logging is the process of cutting down trees to be able to use those trees as a natural resource for something else. And then you have places that have been designated to be wildlife sanctuaries, where wildlife is allowed to basically do what it does and let nature take its course on it. Those issues are being discussed right now. This is what happens when you're out canvassing. You're gonna meet people. You're gonna meet the environment. But anyway, yeah, he is against the overexpansion of the EPA and its regulations on human life as opposed to wildlife. Like I said, nobody's opposed to having wildlife sanctuaries, but we are opposed to unfair taxation of certain companies that may need to utilize natural resources for human consumption or human advancement. So yeah, that's what we're against on that. He's voted to stop the gun bans. Everybody knows the Second Amendment fight that we're going through right now all across the nation. I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe that the people do have the right to own firearms to protect themselves against enemies, foreign and domestic. I do believe in a well-regulated militia that is specifically there to be able to guard us against individuals, leaders who would do something detrimental and destructive to the society and the country that we live in and its people. So I do believe in that, and he believes in it also. And last but not least, he voted to end government intrusion of religious freedoms. See, most of these issues are constitutional issues that he is standing for or against, depending on people's opinions of what it. How you doing there, sir? My name is Andrew Grammer. I am representing State Representative. He's running for State Representative. His name is Dave Wolkins. On the back of that flyer right there is his platform and what he stands for and what he stands against. So we would like you to come out on May 8th and vote for us. You can look him up on Facebook, and you can look him up on the website if you just Google his name. Okay, you have a great day.
Yeah, she'll vote her way, I'll vote mine.
Thank you so much, sir. You have a great day.
Thank you, bye-bye.
So yeah, government religious freedoms is defined as the ability to be able to worship however you wish in the United States of America, which is part of the Constitution. We kind of pride ourselves as a nation on that, on the ability to be able to worship however we will. That's part of the Bill of Rights, it's part of the Constitution, and it should always remain that way, because we have a lot of individuals that come from different countries as immigrants, refugees, etc., who have different cultures. This nation started off as immigrants or migrants from other countries, mainly European countries, that came here with their religious views, and they were escaping religious persecution from the countries that they came from, which is the reason that, which is what made America so attractive back when the forefathers and the founders of this nation came here. So this is the basic platform that Dave Wolkins is standing for. There are many other issues and many other policies that we are working out, and he's working out in his campaign. But what we would like you to do is, like I just explained to the gentleman there, is go on Facebook, search out Dave Wolkins, state representative of Indiana, and we would like you to join the movement, check out his many different issues and what his views and his stances on those issues are, and feel free at any given time to add your voice to the conversation that's going on. And on May 8th, if you're in the Indiana area, we would like you to go out and vote. No matter who you're voting for, your voice needs to be heard, because in this time frame in this country where there's a lot of division, there needs to be debate. Wherever there's division, there needs to be debate about that division and why that is. Because the way that you end the nation and the way that you end the society and end the people is by dividing them. You divide them and conquer them. And what we don't want to do as Americans is divide one another. Our basic principle of this country is to allow everybody the freedom to be themselves. The pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That is what we're based on. And anytime that that's being threatened, a debate needs to be talked about, because we don't want anyone to divide us. We don't even want us to divide us, because a nation torn against standing against itself, or a nation built against itself or working against itself, can't stand. So we can't work against us. We have to work for us. And that's what our public servants, representatives, senators, governors, the president of the United States, the congressmen, the cabinet, the different branches of the government, that's what that's for. We are servants to the people, to regular working class, middle class, any class citizen in the United States. We're working to make the country as great as it could possibly be, and evolve humanity in a way where this country can be a light and a beacon to other countries as to what to do and how to do, and the procedures of how to get it done. We're an example to everyone else of evolution, human evolution. And that's what this country is basically founded off of, being a leader. Being a leader in a free world. So, that's what we're about. Come check us out. Dave Wolkins at Facebook. Dave Wolkins. Google Dave Wolkins. Wolkins on the internet. Go to his website. Come to the functions if you're in Indiana. Warsaw, West Manchester, Kosciuszko County, period. And my name is Andrew Grammer. And I am out for today. You guys have a great day and enjoy this beautiful weather. If you're in Indiana, enjoy this beautiful weather. Have a good one. God bless. And God bless America. And pray for our leaders, Donald Trump and Mike Pence. Have a great one.